name is Steve Stevens, the best sports consultant money can buy. I make more money betting sports than anybody in the world. I'm the one that tells you who to bet. I'm not a bookie, I'm the Bookie Killer.
If money talks, then I got a lot to say. I'm on the grind trying to make $100,000 a day. The game that I pick, believe me, it's a winner. What I know could get you rich, cause all I pick is winners. Welcome to Las Vegas. Money talks, money talks. Welcome to Las Vegas.
Let's roll. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You are now tuned into the VIP Sports Podcast. I'm Steve Stevens, a.k.a. the Bookie Killer, sitting here with my co-host, the Big Skipper, who's over doing some type of stretching exercise.
I'm doing my calisthenics.
Oh, man, pump it up, buddy. You ready for the show or what?
Listen, man, I got to tell you, this week I have no stories about Tito's and Red Bull energy drink. I have no Chinese food followed up by Guinness beer. I mean, I'm feeling absolutely great.
You're on that little health kick. I see you over there eating your yogurt again. So,
I am fired. I wouldn't go that far. Health kick, I am not. However, I feel wonderful. I've got plenty of rest, Steve Stevens.
Well, you look good.
I mean, Thanksgiving right around the corner. We'll be talking about in a second. You know, I couldn't be better. It's that time of the year. College football tournaments going on every day for the next 2 weeks.
It sure is. And by the way, Thanksgiving.
College basketball.
Well, Thanksgiving is not only my favorite time of the year, but my favorite holiday besides Christmas. I know you're a Halloween man. Stevens is a Thanksgiving man. I love to eat, love to hang out with the family, and it's just a great time of the year, especially when you're making a bunch of money. Now, you talk about not having time to go out and party last week due to something must have gotten your way. Well, I ran a promotion last week that not only put my foot in my mouth, but in my ass. I've talked to 74 people last week. As you know, ladies and gentlemen, I ran a promotion last week where I gave everybody the opportunity to work with me personally.
Yes, you did.
I see on the internet, I've heard a couple guys that say, you know, I've signed up with VIP, or I got the action plays, or I got the VIP service, and they're putting my name in it, saying I dealt with Steve Stevens and didn't hit 74%. No, you dealt with my company, and you bought a package that was good for you and your bankroll. I gave everybody the opportunity to get a chance to deal with me personally and get my personal plays for a price that was unheard of. I charged $2,500 a game, $12,500 for 2 weeks. Anyway, I gave everybody the opportunity for the week to get my personal plays. Congratulations to the 94 people that signed up and took advantage of the promotion. It was a success. Depending on whether you signed up Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, it depends on your record. There's people that were undefeated, 4-0, Skip. Nobody's under 75%.
You can't argue with that.
The worst anybody did in the promotion was 5-1. Nice. And if you can't make money going 5-1, I don't know what the fuck to tell you. And the good news was 80% of the people that signed up that I made money for upgraded.
Well, why wouldn't you?
Well, this is what I'm trying to say. But then there was still those 20% of people out there that called my office, got my personal play, spent the $250, made thousands of dollars, and took the money and run. And to you guys out there, I told you, you guys aren't the guys that we're looking for. Fuck you. You got me. But you know what? I'm a good guy. And for the 80% of people.
Congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations. And guess what? If that's all you're looking for, your life ain't too good anyway because you cut shit short.
Well, listen, that's part of the business. I mean, people love to win, and that's what we do. We win for them, and 10% of them just disappear. They don't know how to handle success. They've never really won at that level before.
Or how about just they're straight-up thieves?
Well, some of them are just straight-up thieves, but I like to look at it this way. They've never had that kind of success before. It boggles their mind. They're not used to it. They got a bigger bankroll than they've ever had before, and they just take that money and they go back to doing what it is that they were doing before they called us, thinking, okay, well, now I got some money and I can go back to doing this my way. Well, the bottom line is, sooner or later, they end up in the hole again. They always call back with their tail between their legs. It's not the way to do it, guys. Stick with us for the long term. Treat this like a business, and it'll pay you like a business, and that's the way you need to look at it. This is not a lottery ticket, Steve.
No, and if you want to hit 75%, the games that you see me famous for, you get what you pay for. Cheap things aren't good. Good things aren't cheap. You want my personal plays? They cost a lot of money, and you'll make money. Shout out to everybody that took advantage of the promotion. I'm a man of my word. My word is my bond. All you little fake trolls on social media and Instagram, You can eat a big dick because, like I said, you can't find one person that signed up that went less than 77%, and nobody else is doing that. So feels good to put my money where my mouth is, and I say what I mean and mean what I say.
Well, now that we're talking about that, shout out to Eddie Rodriguez, the limo driver up there in New York City. Where's the money, Eddie?
Yeah, hey,
I mean, where the fuck did you go, bro?
Shout out to my boy Jesse out there, $5,000 player that I took 4-0, made $20,000. You were supposed to pay me $10,000. You confirmed the 2 games that I played. One of them was New Orleans. Guess what, Skip? I get a text message when New Orleans scored their 5th touchdown.
Yeah.
That said, I accidentally bet the wrong game. And
I didn't get it in. Go figure.
No. I accidentally bet the wrong game. But it took them for New Orleans to score their 5th touchdown before he texted me. Guys guys like you ain't making no money.
Sounds familiar. Texas A&M up 48-0.
Yeah.
You know, I'm getting text messages saying, oh my God, I didn't get the bet in.
Yeah.
How do you not get the bet in at 48-0?
Exactly.
What a convenient time not to get the bet in.
Well, and at the end of the day, all I want to do is make people a bunch of fucking money. I worked with people personally and did my job. Why? Because I care about people. It's a $1 trillion industry, and you guys deserve your fair share. I was just making the statement that all these social media guys and all these fake guys pitching their underwear and everybody that has a website that talks shit, it can't do what they say they do. I just wanted to make a point of that.
Yeah, well, now can I make my point?
Yeah, I think we got to get into the show.
Well, I got to make my point. I got to clarify something.
Go ahead.
I mean, take a look at me.
Ladies and gentlemen, take a bow for you.
Take a look.
Running Rebels.
Take a bow for your Running Rebels. That's not why I said take a look at me. I am the chiropractor. I will straighten you out. I want to clarify something. You said Thanksgiving is not my favorite holiday. I got to check you on that, brother. I love Halloween. From a partying standpoint, Halloween is my favorite holiday. From a partying standpoint.
Well, you didn't say from a partying standpoint. You just said your favorite holiday.
Overall, my friend. Come on, bro. It's all about Thanksgiving. I mean, nobody cooks better. I got mom at the house again this year. I got my wife obviously at the house. I mean,
cook.
Come on, brother. Are you kidding me?
I
love Thanksgiving.
I've had some of the best meals I've ever had coming out of the Skipper family. Fucking boy.
I ain't never met a 300-pound man that didn't like fucking Thanksgiving, brother. I just had to clarify that.
Fair enough. We got a great show for you today, ladies and gentlemen. As you know, the VIP Sports Podcast is coming from you in our offices here in Las Vegas, live and direct from our new state-of-the-art studio, sponsored by our boys over there at betonline.ag exclusively.
Amen.
Thanksgiving is 1 week away, ladies and gentlemen, and it sounds to me like we got to get your shit together because it is going to be a feast. And I'm not just talking about eating turkey. I'm talking about the turkey shoot. Yeah. I'm talking about the sports that go on during this time. Nothing feels better than hanging with the family, smoking a little kush, eating some good food, having some good drinks, and being with family, and
knowing your bookie owes you 15
knowing that
grand.
you're making a bunch of fucking money.
Yeah. It's a lot easier to swallow that turkey and that stuffing knowing that the bookie owes you $15,000.
Do you want to be that guy that feels good stuffing your face with turkey, or do you want to be that uncle that's sitting on the couch drunk as fuck because you went 0-3 for the day?
Exactly. You don't want to be that drunk uncle.
Anyway, November 16th, 2017, podcast number 145.
Wow.
And we're definitely alive. You love what we've done so far. You're going to love what we continue to do. Show is brought to you every week by all of our beautiful sponsors, BetOnline, Paperhead, BetDSI, TrueCar. Like I said, we're running on all cylinders. We're firing in college football. We're firing in NFL. More importantly, Skip, a lot of people have been overwhelmingly asking us, talk about hockey. Hey, we will. We make a lot of fucking money in hockey.
Our hockey totals are 7-1 the last 8 plays.
Yeah, I was just going to say.
7-1.
When you're hitting 90% in hockey, you almost have to talk about it. You know what I mean?
The hockey totals have been absolutely gold.
Call us at 877-220-6540 if you want to know it's us and you want to make money. No sense of getting fooled by some shyster over the phone acting like he's us. No sense of taking a free text from somebody that acts like us. No sense of replying to an email because we don't email or text.
Somebody texts you a free game and says, here, bet this game and I'll talk to you later. Come on,
You might as well go into a bathroom and put your dick in a hole and not know what's on the other side.
Stop throwing darts with your money.
Suicide, ladies and gentlemen. You don't deserve it. You work way too hard for your money to go look at some guy's Twitter or Instagram with a bunch of fake shit on it. You work way too hard for that. Anyway, if you're just looking for a free sports pick, Skip, go to another company. No, I'm just playing. I'm in the good mood still. It's holiday time. If you're looking for a free pick, really not. VIPSportsLasVegas.com. We have packages for all size shapes of sports bettors. If you're watching the podcast on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to our channel. you make sure you click that little bell along with the subscription button. You'll get alerted to all sorts of things that I do. I told you guys I was bringing Motivation 101 back in the Rolls Royce, and I have. I'm going to be bringing you 2 of those a week. I'm also going to do some sportsbook glossaries. We were getting a lot of response when we were breaking down Sportsbook 101, telling people what the line is, what a trap is, what a total is.
Explaining the lingo.
Explaining the lingo to the new people out there.
Glossary. Steve Stevens, the fucking glossary.
I'm bringing the glossary back.
Bringing
That
the
is
glossary.
You know why? Because there's a new sports bettor born every day.
You ain't lying.
And considering that nobody's in the stock market anymore, considering no one's making big money.
Considering they're about to legalize sports betting all over the country.
And we've already set ourselves up
They're coming
for
out of
it.
the closet now, boys.
That is a fact. We want to welcome everyone across the world to our new listeners over there on the Podcast One Network, to the VIP Sports Podcast. We're excited to be bringing you into the life of Steve Stevens, myself, guy that bets big and lives larger, and take you inside this trillion-dollar industry of sports betting, Big Skipper.
That it is.
New episode every Thursday on the Podcast One app, Apple Podcast, or at podcastone.com. If you're just listening to the podcast and you're not watching it, you guys are definitely miss out. We didn't get this $100,000 set for no fucking reason. You know what I mean, Skip? We're going to the next level. We want to bring you with us. You want to follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram? Follow us at VIP Sports LV. You can direct message us with any question. We'll get right back to you. We love all your comments. We love all your support. Even if you have something negative to say, if it's a realistic rebuttal, we love hearing that too. We don't want to hear anything negative or somebody that's in our business insulting, because I'm going to give you guys one statement. Anybody that's wondering about VIP Sports or wondering about the $22 million that we made, I'm going to give you one fucking statement. We do $15 million a year. We sign up 11 to 15,000 new clients a year, and you can't find one client on the internet that talks bad about us. Not fucking one. So if you tell me that I'm not the baddest motherfucker and I don't run the cleanest company in the world, you're out of your mind. Even Sears Roebuck and the biggest companies in the world have complaints, because that's what happens, Skips. When you're so big, you can't make everybody happy. You understand?
Well, you got to take care of people. It's all about taking care of people. When people are winning more than they're losing, there's nothing to bitch about.
No.
And our customer service is superior.
And that's the bottom fucking line. So we make sure we take care of everybody. You want to direct message us? Like I said, give us a call. We'll take care of you. The only negative stuff that you see on the internet is, guess what? From our competitors. Why don't you track some of those email addresses or track some of those comments and see it's just another wannabe me trying to steal one of our clients. Enough of that. Let's get into the show, would you? We got a great show for these people today. We're going to preview more winners that we talked about last week, and we're going to preview, tell you guys to grab your pen and a fucking piece of paper so we can help you. Skip, I'm not just tooting my horn. The VIP Sports Podcast by far is the most informative and the best information you could possibly get about sports betting in the industry. You find a podcast or any show that gives you more information about winning during that week, let me know, because it ain't out there.
Every single week, we give you at least 3 or 4 games against the spread, whether it's an over-under, whether it's a side, a dog, a favorite. 3 or 4 games at least every podcast that we talk about that just come in and come in easy.
Bottom fucking line. We're going to get into a little off the court. We talked about UCLA. We talked about the players. Come to find out, it was a little deeper than what we thought. They did steal a few things from Louis Vuitton. And when you steal in China, you go to fucking jail. A message to all of you brothers, white boys, Indian, Asian, I don't give a fuck what you are, anybody that plays college basketball or anybody that goes to China, you do not steal from these foreign countries. They have rules. I don't know why the United States of America people steal. I wish we were like China and had rough rules with people stealing. Do you like a thief?
No.
I can't stand it.
We just talked about it. We don't like a thief.
But anyway, we're going to get into that right now. And this off-the-court news is brought to you by our boys over at Bet Online. You want to talk to them about that, Skip?
BetOnline.ag is one of the web's most popular betting destinations. Sign up for an account using the promo code ALLDAY and get a 50% welcome bonus instantly added to your bankroll. With its money management team that's been together since 1991, BetOnline.ag offers wagering on nearly every sport and event possible. Once you're in on the action, you'll see firsthand why BetOnline.ag has an A+ rating, including the earliest opening odds in the industry, the best live betting software in the business, and most importantly, fast payouts. BetOnline.ag because you can, Steve Stevens.
You're goddamn right. Back to the UCLA. The 3 UCLA men basketball players who were entangled in an international incident in China that compelled President fucking Trump to get involved, Skip.
That's fucked up.
He admitted on Wednesday they had shoplifted in Hangzhou. They were suspended.
Hangzhou?
They were suspended from the team. Like I told you, it was something deeper. They did steal. And not only do you not steal from China, but you don't steal from Chinese people in Louis Vuitton. That's like an extra 5 years. You know what I mean?
I wonder if they're playing Pai Gao and Hangzhou.
I don't know what they were doing, but they were suspended for the team indefinitely. Okay, hear me
Wow.
out. First of all,
Sure they were.
well, this is what I'm saying. Do you have to go to UNL or UCLA to be able to steal in China? I know that if I got caught stealing in China, President Trump wouldn't have did a motherfucking thing for me.
Yeah, you'd be rotting over there.
Steve Stevens steals a pack of gum in China, doing 15 years.
Steve Stevens shoplifts a $700 Louis Vuitton purse for Kelly, and he's locked up for life.
President Trump puts out a quote saying, "We don't intertwine with stuff like that here in America."
Wow.
Oh, boy. But Donald Trump makes a phone call. Bottom line is...
He was over in Asia last week when all this happened.
I know. I'm going to tell you exactly what happened because I know sources.
Unbelievable.
I know the entire thing that happened. Even to the point where Donald Trump went over there, got him out of trouble. They were facing 10 years, Skip.
Fuck, man.
I know that people think that that's not real. It was. Donald Trump had to go over there and get these guys out of fucking trouble, period. And then they didn't even show no love. Donald Trump had to come back and say, I can't even get a fucking thank you. That's why you see the UCLA players on every channel now saying, thank you, Mr. Trump. Thank you, Mr. Trump. Because they got back to the States, got with a real attorney, and realized you motherfuckers really were facing prison time. You think you're having fun, your brother's Lonzo Ball, your dad's this, you're that, you're at UCLA. You motherfuckers could have been stayed there, tried, got 4 years, and never made it through college. That's real shit, Skip.
Oh, it's all fun and games until somebody steals a Louis Vuitton.
Yeah. Hey, I got Louis Vuitton shoes on. I don't want to pull my mic out, but
Fuck, man.
you don't fucking steal from them. They will have to earn their way back. UCLA coach Steve Alford said during a news conference Wednesday.
Shit.
Yeah, they're not
so,
gonna,
so they've been suspended indefinitely for the team.
Yeah.
And Steve Alford, the coach, says they're going to have to earn their way back.
How
Yeah,
do you say-
okay, what are they going to have to do?
You're kicked
what,
off
they what, what, they got to beat you at chess or something to get back on the court?
That's a
what are
public-
they going to have to do, Steve?
That's a public way of saying they're coming back for sure.
Yeah.
And we're going to lie to you guys until the right time where we can put them back because we'd really like to put them back in the game tomorrow.
Yeah. What are they going to have to do? Clean the gym for a week?
They're
They're going to have to earn their way back. Like how? Like what are they going to have to do, Steve?
Yeah, they're gonna have to clean a lot of hardwood floors.
Oh, clean a lot of toilets, I'm
Yeah,
sure.
They're going to have to do a lot of
Oh,
shit. yeah.
absolutely.
In the meantime, they're sitting back at UCLA getting their cock sucked, going to fraternity parties,
Yeah.
and getting a little vacation while they're still studs. I'm not mad at them. I'm glad Mr. Trump went over there and got him out of trouble, but I really don't think they know the extent of how bad they really could have got themselves in trouble stealing in China.
Well, listen, Alford said they're not going to travel with the team. They're not going to suit up for road games or take part in any practice. They're not going to suit up for road games, but what about the home games?
Yeah.
How long do you think this suspension is going to last?
I'd say 3 weeks. The 4th week, they're going to be begging to be back.
That's a pretty good guess. Probably during non-conference play here in the beginning of the season.
After Thanksgiving.
And then as soon as the conference play starts.
Right before Christmas.
In early January or the end of December.
Yeah.
Yeah. As soon
Will they be back in December? Yeah.
Oh, as soon as conference play starts, they'll be on the court. Fucking joke.
Remember, call VIP Sports today or go to our website and get in on the everyday college basketball action.
Speaking of college basketball, real quick, this time of the year,
90%.
I'm telling you, I've been in the sports betting business for over 25 years. There's nothing like the month of November. There's nothing like this time of the year, folks.
Nothing like my picks.
You got college basketball non-conference tournaments going on all over the country, all day, every day, for the next 2 weeks, straight through the Thanksgiving holiday, straight through the end of the month. 2 of those tournaments are going to be right here in Vegas. 2 of them for sure, maybe 3, are going to be right here in our backyard. The Vegas Invitational starts next Thursday night, Thanksgiving night, and goes all day on Black Friday the day after.
What?
What I'm trying to say is these small schools are taking on big schools. You got teams that just shouldn't even be on the court with each other. Rutgers was laying 11 points the other night. They won by fucking 40. I mean, we can spot mistakes like this all day, every day. For the next 2.5, 3 weeks, it's a freaking gold mine. Not to mention, we got college and pro football every day, NBA and hockey every day, okay? If you're not calling right now to get in on these non-conference tournaments, in college basketball when it's like it's cherry picking right now. Give us a call at 877-220 and get in on this action. If you're sitting around for the last 2 months, you're watching these podcasts for the last 6 months, and you're saying, one of these days I'm going to call these guys, well, damn it, now's the time. I'm telling you, from a 25-year veteran in the industry, now's the time. You can spot mistakes, and it's real easy pickings right now. So give us a call, and don't be that drunk uncle on your sofa at Thanksgiving because you went 0-3 and you owe your bookie $5,000.
Well, Skip, you're just scratching the surface also when you talk about information and games being our backyard. I think anybody that's followed us and been following us since Money Talks, and they go back to this time of the year, Skip, how many times have we had inside information, for instance, where we've seen TCU sleeping on the airport floor? We've seen teams get jammed up in the airport with the hotel situation. We have inside information as well that has nothing to do with stats, has nothing to do with trends, has nothing to do with the team slept in the airport all fucking night. Coach,
great point.
So
travel effect on these college students.
Correct.
Right now, this time of the year,
I'm saying so that
they're away from their families.
Just,
the rest of the school's on break, right? The rest of the school's on break. They go home for Thanksgiving holiday.
Right.
Okay? These basketball players are out traveling to these non-conference tournaments. They got the Great Alaskan Shootout. They got the Puerto Rican Jam. They got the Holiday Jam. They got the Turkey Shoot. There's tournaments all over the country and even out of the country. Okay? And the travel effects on these college kids weighs way more than it does on a professional in the NBA. Okay? Especially this time of the year. They're traveling to places they've never been to before. They're traveling distances further than they've ever traveled before.
Comfort level is way different than what they're used to.
And like you said, it was just 2 years ago, when we saw TCU basketball team sleeping on the floor in the airport.
I bet $100,000 fucking dollars on the game, and we posted the ticket.
We absolutely knew they were going to get blown out that day. They missed the flight. They were sleeping on the fucking floor at the airport, and they had to play a game in about 7 hours, and we absolutely fucking knew they were going to lose that game. And we fired so much money against them that day, and we made a fucking fortune. This is the kind of shit, this is the kind of information that you're not going to get on ESPN. You're not going to get from another sports consultant. You're not going to hear on podcasts. You got to give us a call, and this is the kind of shit you pay us for, and we're going to make a lot of money together. Give us a call.
Dallas Cowboys running back Ezekiel Elliott announces on Wednesday he will no longer fight his appeal. You think? So he's going to sit out his 6 games, how's that going to affect Dallas, Skip?
It's going to affect him greatly. I mean, you saw what happened last week, didn't you?
Yeah, he went. Well, he'll definitely be out for the next 5 games. Like I said, he sat 1. Cowboys are a 4-point home dog this weekend, squaring it off against who?
The Eagles, baby.
8-1 Eagles, baby.
The 8-1, top of the NFC East, top of the NFL. Fly high, motherfucking Eagles.
Eagles open up as a 3.5 favorite. The total was 47 early in the week, so we'll see.
Right now it's up to 49.
Correct. So they're looking at that over. They're trusting Carson Wentz to go out there and get the job done, and we'll see.
That's the Sunday night game, Steve. I'm looking forward to that game. Obviously, that's a big, big game for all the Philadelphia fans this week. Eagles are -4. The total is up to 49. They've been betting that game over a little bit. Ezekiel Elliott, without him, you saw what happened last week when Dallas took on Atlanta. Dallas scored 7 points.
That's it. The point that I wanted to make up when we were talking a little bit about betting $100,000, if you're not following us or you're a newcomer to the podcast, last year, the year before, for the last 7 years, I've been posting, 5- and 6-figure tickets on the internet, on Instagram, website. Well, anyone that follows us knows every time I do that, you got my stalkers that steal the tickets. They post them on their website. But more than that, it caused me problems with the casinos and gaming control because my account number's on the ticket, my clients' numbers are on the tickets. So the reason why we don't post any sports tickets for those that are just following us is we're not allowed to.
Causes problems.
We've been asked by the casinos, gaming
we
control,
don't like
IRS, FBI. We've been asked by higher level people that mean a lot more to me than some guy farting on his couch wondering why I'm not posting the ticket.
Right.
Okay? Higher level people that have asked us not to do it. So we respect their wishes to continue to do good business. And like I said, that's the reason why we don't post sports tickets. I would love to because it generates, I'm not going to lie, Skip, it actually took away a little bit from people calling. And
I actually have to hold you back from doing it.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I'll do it every now and then when I don't give a fuck. But
because there's times that you're like, I'm posting this fucking ticket. And
but you know why?
I'm like, Steve, no, don't do it.
Well, higher powers have asked us not to, but Skip, it gets us business.
Well, you got to believe in your higher power, bro.
Fuck that. Fuck them. Fuck them all. I care about taking care of the company, and it hurts
You're
my
right.
heart.
You're right,
It
though.
hurts my heart when we meet our clients, and the biggest sports bettor in the world is can't post their tickets. It actually generated a lot of business for us by doing that. You know
did.
why? There's a lot of people out there that base life off what they see.
Of course.
So
You should. Well, you can see us right here, and you can hear us win. You can watch us win. We can show you better than we can tell you.
that is a fact.
I mean, you're not going to know until you actually come on board and you start working with us.
Let's get into an NFL segment here, which everybody wants to know about. NFL is brought to you by Paperhead.com. Paperhead.com. If you're ready to start making real money, then start your own business with the best players software management in the business. Paperhead.com. Built with exclusive tools to maximize your profits quickly and easily, Paperhead's secure and user-friendly platform allows you to be your own boss and get a piece of this billion-dollar industry. Grab a pen and a piece of paper, jot down the number that you see on your screen right now. You'll get Paperhead's stellar platform for just $3 per head. You heard it right, $3 per head. I wish it was $3 for some heads, Skip. When you call 888-978-0288, this promotion has been offered exclusively for the fans of the VIP Sports Podcast, so call 888-978-0288 today. If you're like me and you bet big and you live larger, there's no better place than Paperhead.com. Fair enough?
You don't want any $3 head.
No, because if you
we've
do,
talked about that before.
we have talked about that.
Cheap head is not good head.
Oh, no, it's not. If you got 2 days later, you got 45 bumps on that thing. If it costs you your life, it definitely isn't worth it.
Hashtag, gentlemen, cheap head is not good head.
That is a fact. Let's recap last week, Skip. We do this every week. Every week we recap everything we told you last
Every week we're giving out winners.
And there's not another show out there that is doing this, ladies and gentlemen. There just isn't. Bottom fucking line. Our show is organic. We don't pay for advertising. We don't pay YouTube. We don't pay for fake followers. We don't pay for fake views. All of our shit is real. So we have the best podcast in the world,
hell yeah.
but not everybody knows about it. You understand? Mm-hmm. Once we get that syndicated deal here at the end of December for March Madness, they'll know all about us. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. The Atlanta Falcons
Hold
defensive
on.
end.
Let's talk about what we said last week, Skip.
Holy
Go ahead.
fuck.
What did we say about Atlanta, Skip? I gave it to them right out of my mouth into their ears.
Well, we said all kinds of shit.
All right, well, Atlanta Falcons, first of all, let's just recap. Atlanta Falcons defensive end, Adrian Claiborne, had 6 sacks in Sunday's 27-7 victory over Dallas, breaking a franchise record for 6 sacks in a game. Congratulations,
That's
my friend.
unbelievable.
That really is, Clayton. You kick fucking ass. You went and got the job done, and you were a beast. Not only that, but I'll tell you how strong that particular level is to get the job done. You join guys like who? Derek Thomas, Kansas City Chiefs, who did it twice. 7 against Seattle in 1990, 6 against Oakland in 98. That's flat out fucking amazing.
That's beast mode.
Guy for the Giants did it.
Umanora.
Umanora did it. 6 sacks against Philly in 2007. And then
Take
Fred,
it easy. Take it easy.
yeah, Fred Dean and San Francisco 49ers had 6 against the Saints in 1983. These are old-ass records, man.
You got to go back to 1983 just to find 3 players that have done it.
Yeah, no shit. So congratulations to you, man. You're a beast.
6 sacks in one game.
6 sacks in one game was
Wow.
fucking phenomenal. Not to mention, we had the Atlanta Falcons who pounded the fucking Dallas Cowboys. And our guys that were part of our personal play package got Dallas and got Dallas as a loser. We went against them with Atlanta all day long as one of my personal plays, so congratulations. Skip, why don't you tell these people what we told them last week about this game, please?
Well, when it comes to the Buffalo game last week, we told you that the total in the Buffalo game has gone over in 11 of their last 12 home games. We said it right here on the podcast. Steve Stevens actually said, the play in this game, folks, is on the total. Are you reading my lips? The play's on the total. Well, the Saints crushed the Bills, 47-10.
The
and
Saints covered the motherfucking over by themselves, Skipper.
And it went flying over with some late scoring. It went absolutely flying over. We also said that the team trends are working against the Washington Redskins, which has covered just once in the last 6 home games.
So what happened?
Well, they're 1-5 against the spread in the previous 6 games following a successful cover. So the week after they cover and they're at home, They're 1-5 against the spread in that situation.
Well, the Vikings are averaging nearly 27 points over the course of their current 3-game winning and cover streak. Vikings won and covered the game 38-30.
We pretty much told you Minnesota in the over, and that's exactly what happened.
And it's not like we're like most shows where they go over every fucking game and they might be right, so they put a clip. You know, we talk about 16 games and then we're right on 2 of them, so you run the clip. No, we only talked about certain teams, and every fucking thing we said was right. What else do you want us to fucking do? We only break down teams that are worth you betting money on. So if you want to bet sports and you want to make money, we're the only fucking sport, only spot, only fucking podcast you want to listen to. We're going to get into some NFL real fucking deep right now, and I got so much to say, I don't want to be cut by some fucking commercial. So let's take a little commercial break, and we get back. We'll tell these people how to grab a pen and a piece of paper and get fucking paid this weekend. Fair enough?
Fair enough.
You do like making money, correct? I'm Steve Stevens. I'm the one that tells you who to bet. I'm not a bookie. I'm the Bookie Killer. Whether you're here in town on business or to flat out gamble, don't forget, sports betting is a multi-billion-dollar industry and you deserve your fair share. Call 877-220-6540 or go to VIPSportsLasVegas.com, mention this ad, and get a $500 personal play absolutely free. See you in the winner's circle.
BetDSI.com. Over 20 years in business, A+ rated and fast and free payment of winnings with odds on all sports and global events. Get a free $25 right now to try the site and a 100% bonus on your first deposit. Go to BetDSI.com now because it's only a game until you bet it.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You're tuned into the VIP Sports Podcast. I'm Darren Otero, a.k.a. Steve Stevens, co-host, the Big Skipper sitting here. Went over the first half, told you a little bit about the UCLA players, how Donald Trump had to get involved to come get that out in trouble. Gave you a warning never, ever to steal in fucking China. And also told you guys a little preview of what we did last week. And remember, we go over games every week. We don't break down every game. We go over games to either stay away from or games to make money on. They're not necessarily the games that we're putting hundreds of thousands of dollars on, but if you're going to do a sports show, we want to make sure out of all the games, we break down the right games and at least give some valuable information, especially if you're going to take our information and try to make your own educated decision. If you want to know exactly what we're doing, you just make sure you call us, spend a little dough, and we'll take you to the promised land. That I fucking promise you.
Statistics won't always get you to the promised land, that's for sure.
Well, I've said it many times. Men lie, women lie, but numbers don't.
No.
Okay, so let's go to a preview. You guys got a pen and a piece of paper? Like I said, we gave you some valuable information. We're going to break down some games this week that are going to be some valuable pieces of information for you as well. Ready, Big Skipper?
Well, the first one we're going to break down is what they're calling the border wall game, Steve.
Oh.
The winner of this game puts up the border.
Oh, fair.
Or the loser.
The loser does. New England Patriots
Puts up the
minus
wall.
7
Yeah.
at Oakland. Oakland 54.5. Looks like everybody's betting the Patriots in the over here, Big Skipper.
Yes, they are.
We've told the world all year long the reason why the sports books are making more money, and by the way, sports books are making record-breaking money. They're making more money than since they've been recording statistics. And the reason why they're making more money is because everybody bets what, Skip?
Favorites and the overs.
Favorites in the overs.
And they're doing it again. They're doing it again this week. The Patriots opened up at 6.5. Now it's up to 7. And the total was 52.5. It's up to 54.5, as you said. So.
Well, before we get into the game, let's let everybody know that Patriots are playing Oakland in Mexico City.
Yes, they are.
The game is in Mexico.
Yep.
A lot of tequila, a lot of excitement. Do not bring your daughter if she's from the ages of 12 and 17. I would not be going to Mexico, let alone deep to Mexico City, to any fucking Oakland Raider game with a chance of one of my kids getting kidnapped in Mexico and made into a sex slave.
Wow. Well, instead of hot dogs at the game and beer, you're probably going to have what?
Cerveza.
You're going to have some Modelo's, some Tecate Light.
And a dog taco.
You're going to have some tacos. You're going to have some burritos at halftime.
I'm just busting your balls about all the bullshit. It's
some
probably
chips and
going to
salsa.
be just the opposite of how I'm portraying it. Probably some fine food.
Oh, fuck.
Some good Mexican eating. Some great atmosphere. Some good people. I'm telling you, man, the Mexicans over there in Mexico City know how to treat a motherfucking gringo, bro.
Let me tell you, they're going to be grilling in the parking lot. It's just the aroma is going to be incredible.
It's a game that I definitely would love to attend if we had a little bit of time. Actually sounds like a game that I'd sneak maybe you out of the house for, and me and you would go down there.
I'm not going there.
No, I'm saying solo with no family, no
I'm
kids.
not going there.
Oh, yeah, but would you bring your family there?
I'm going straight to the bar to watch the game.
Are you?
Yeah.
I don't do the bar scene anymore. I'm all done with the barfly shit.
I hear you.
I
Well,
can't even walk into bars
I'm not
anymore.
going
They
to
make me
Mexico
sick.
City to watch the Patriots and the Raiders.
Well, you don't have to. But let's just talk about the game for a lot of people out there that are interested in who's going to win the motherfucker.
Speaking of the Raiders, we broke ground here this week.
Yes, we did,
Wow.
ladies and gentlemen.
Congratulations.
I'm sure you've seen the picture, Las Vegas. We've officially broken ground. You can get to the internet, see the picture of where the field actually is
Yep.
and where it's located and what hotels you see. And
Tuesday night, we broke ground here in Las Vegas on the new Raiders Stadium coming. Speaking of the Raiders. So in the meantime, they're playing down in Mexico City.
Yes,
these
they are.
These are two teams that are just headed completely in opposite directions, Steve.
Well, I'm glad you said that. These teams are headed in opposite directions, and I'll tell you why. The New England Patriots are 5-0 straight up, 4-1 against the spread. So if you've been betting Patriots, you've been getting paid over the last 5 games. And the Raiders are just 2-5 straight up and 1-5 against the spread. For those Raider fans out there that have been betting the Raiders, you have been taking it in the ass.
Yeah, culo.
Oh, you've been taking it in the culo. There's no sense of doing that anymore.
The last 7 games, they've only covered once. They're 1-5 and 1 tie. 1 win, 5 losses, and only 1 tie against the spread. The Raiders in their last 7 games.
Without any shadow of a doubt, don't you agree with me? If the game's played in Mexico, you would think Oakland is the home team here. You know what I mean?
Well, you would think, but that may not matter, really, because
I didn't ask if it was. I mean, who?
you're playing one of the best fucking road teams in the business, the Patriots.
Okay, so in Mexico City, you think there's going to be more Patriots fans? Because I'd love to.
No. The answer to that question is no.
I'll just make it sure.
It would be like the Raiders are at home. They're going to be. It's going to be a great time. 100,000 people, I think, if they get in that stadium, Steve.
Well, I tell you what,
100,000 plus. It's going to be like a college game up in Michigan or in Happy Valley.
you did hit it on the head, though.
It's going to be an insane environment.
I don't think it matters. I think that.
I think the Patriots can play on the fucking moon and they're going to win.
Yes, in this particular game, though, you like the Patriots, you like them to blow them out. But remember, guys, and me and you have talked about this, the percentage of getting a blowout with the over and the total is like 18.5%.
Be careful. Don't be parlaying Patriots in the over.
No, that's all I'm going to tell you.
I mean, the last game was Patriots in the over when they played Denver last week, so sure as fuck won't happen again this week.
Well, the people only need to see it once to get right back in the book and start betting it again.
I mean, Sunday night, didn't the Patriots just crush
Oh, yeah.
Denver?
Oh,
yeah, it was Patriots.
pounded 'em.
It was Patriots and over Sunday night.
It sure was.
Now, don't think it's going to happen again down in Mexico.
All right, grab a pen and a piece of paper, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to tell you a little bit about the Rams and the Vikings, okay?
Let's do it.
The spread is 2. The total is 46, Skip. The Rams, Jared Goff, and the Vikings, Casey Keenum.
Yeah, like the guy that spins the records.
Well,
Casey Kasem, his name was, right?
Well, Casey Kasem.
The guy that spins the records?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's not
Top
him.
100 countdown.
This is Casey Kasem.
No,
top
Casey
100.
Kasem, top 100. Yeah.
Not him?
Nah, not Casey Kasem.
That's a quarterback from the Vikings you're talking about.
Goddamn right. Casey Keenum.
Okay.
And I'll tell you what they're proving. All these motherfucking naysayers wrong. I'll tell you that right now.
Yes, they are.
They both led their team to records of 7-2 straight up and 6-3 against the spread.
Shit's going to hit the fan in this game.
It sure is. Like I said, these are two teams that have been playing pretty hard lately, Skip. These are two teams that have proved a couple different things. But look, the Rams are scoring just under 33 points per game. That's good enough to be number 1 in the NFL.
Number 1 offense in the NFL. Now, if you would have thought that we'd be sitting here on November 16th, 2017, after what the Rams did last year,
Skip,
which was absolutely nothing. They couldn't even put up 14 last year. Now, all of a sudden, they're averaging 33 points a game and got the number 1 offense in the league.
I sarcastically said in podcast 1 in the beginning of the season, we won't be talking about the Rams.
I remember. And here we are talking about the Rams.
I fucking love it. Anyway, so the over, what do you want to talk about here? Let's talk about some trends. You guys want to grab a pen and a piece of paper? like I said, they're a little bit under 33 points per game. So you know that the St. Louis Rams are going to score. St. Louis Rams.
L.A.
The
Rams.
motherfucking L.A. Rams are
I
gonna,
know, it's hard to say, isn't it?
I know.
It's
LA
hard to say the L.A. Chargers, too. It's real hard for me.
I've seen it on the sports show. No
L.A.
one,
Chargers. What?
listen, Rich Eisen, Dan Patrick, all our
They
boys,
all do it.
No one can say, no one wants to stop saying San Diego Chargers.
Stoned or not stoned, you can't get it straight.
No. But write this down, ladies and gentlemen, because this is obviously the information that you're looking for. The over is hit in all 4 of the Rams away games this season. As I mentioned, the Rams are the highest scoring team in the league.
Okay,
So,
timeout. Write that down.
Write this down. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, the over has hit in all 4 of the Rams games on the road.
There
well,
you go.
guess what? They're on the road. I don't know if you're getting these type of stats anywhere else, but they're 100% to the over winning on the road.
Correct.
I don't need to say anything
Now,
else.
both teams are 6-3 against the spread. So something's got to give there,
Well,
right?
I'll tell you, the Vikings, on the other hand, have upped their output on the offense ever since the Week 4 loss to Detroit, which wasn't good, averaging a little under 30 points themselves, 27.6, Skip, to be exact, points per game. So they're averaging 33. They're averaging 27 and a half.
That's a lot of offense.
In over-under totals betting, the Rams are 5-3-1
So overall for the season, the Rams are 5-3-1 to the over.
to the over. So
However, 4-0 to the over on the road.
correct. So
Vikings are 5-4 to the over for the season.
bottom
A
line
lot
is,
of trends to the over, gentlemen.
a lot of trends to the over. You want to be careful on that game. Those 2 teams you would think is going to be a marquee matchup. Have it boiled down to 2-point spread, 3-point spread, like the odds maker said. I see it being a double-digit cover.
Wow. Let's just leave it at that.
That's all I got to say.
877-220-6540. We'll spell it out for you a little clearly.
We sure will.
A little clearer.
That's the only 2 games we're going to talk about in NFL. Those are 2
Okay,
games that
fair
everybody's
enough.
talking
Yeah,
about.
we got to stop giving them stuff for free.
We do. Let's move into a little college basketball, Skip. Who's college basketball brought to you by?
Bet DSI.
Goddamn right. Tell them.
They've been operating for over 20 years, Steve. BetDSI is an A-plus rated company, and they offer fast payment winnings with odds on all sports and all global events. From the players who demand it all, including office pools, poker rooms, horse wagering, skill games, to the whale bettors who need just a no-nonsense, high-limit sports book. BetDSI.com is your perfect choice. So if you're looking for the best solution to place your action, go to BetDSI.com. Go ahead and use the promo code Cheddar. You'll get a free $25 wager on the house, and they'll also give you a 200% bonus on your first deposit. That's promo code Cheddar. BetDSI.com, where it's only a game until you bet it.
College football, we're going to start it off right away by giving you the top teams against the spread. We've had a lot of feedback, a lot of people loving us for the stats that we've been giving them in the beginning of the year. It's been real helpful for these guys because you don't get this type of information, no one else. But write this down, ladies and gentlemen.
Closing in on week 11.
These are your top teams against the spread in college football.
10 or 11 weeks into the season.
Write it down.
Here's your top covering teams in college football.
Georgia Tech, 7-1-1 against the spread.
The rambling wreck of Georgia Tech.
Iowa State, 8-2. What the fuck are you going to do?
The Cyclones.
8-2, Skip. What is that? 80%. Hold on.
They've been phenomenal.
80%.
They have been phenomenal.
That's winning
and
80%.
They've been underestimated more than once and more than twice. They've been dogs in a few of those games where we know they've jumped up and created a lot of noise and a lot of upsets and just shook the world of college football up this year.
You didn't expect
Shout out to Iowa State, 8-2 against the spread this year.
another 8-2 team, Buffalo.
Yes.
Buffalo 8-2.
And we ain't talking about the Bills.
And no, we're not talking about the Wings either.
That's the University of Buffalo, 8-2 against the spread.
Goddamn right. UAB.
UAB too, baby.
I don't really find that hard to believe UAB 8-2 against the spread. They're a good covering team, man.
Yeah, well,
We've
here
made some good
the
money
next
on
one's hard to believe.
South Carolina.
No, Rutgers.
Oh, I was gonna say.
The Scarlet Knights, Rutgers, 8-2 against the spread. Here's a team that absolutely could not score for the last 5 years. They're 8-2 against the spread, Steve.
Yes, they are. South Carolina Gamecocks.
Yes.
Gamecocks.
7-2-1 against the spread.
Yeah, I mean, my God. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that, does it?
The other top team, Fresno State out here on the West Coast, Out of the 10 games Fresno State's played, 7-2-1 against the spread. Those are your top covering teams this year in college football.
Now, a lot of people don't look at those type of teams. I mean, I'm not going to – it's not a secret. Usually people are playing the ranked teams. Just like we talked about in college basketball, we'll talk about it. People always take the top 25 teams when all the money is out of the top 25 without any shadow of a doubt.
Same way in college basketball, for sure.
So let's just talk about some notable ranked teams that are covering in college football, okay?
Fair enough.
I said it from the beginning of the year. I don't know if you were sleeping with the leprechaun, but you definitely got the luck of the Irish. And sure enough, the Fighting Irish skipped 7-3.
Wow, 7-3 against the spread. They got
70%.
Wow, got their ass whooped last week in a shocker down there in Miami.
You can pull this clip from my show in the beginning of the year, college football, before the season started. I said the two teams that we're going to cover a lot were Penn State and Notre Dame.
Absolutely, and sure enough,
who's number two?
Penn State 6-3-1 against the spread. Notre Dame 7-3, got the money 7 out of 10 times. Georgia Bulldogs 6-4 against the spread. Some top teams there that have been covering. Oklahoma 6-4 against the spread. So if you put your money on Notre Dame, Penn State, Georgia, and Oklahoma, you've made money all year, bottom line.
Well, yes and no. Yes, you would have had to bet Georgia all year. But I'm not going to lie to you, Skip, because I'm honest. Out of that 6-4 record, I've bet Georgia twice in the year, and then were there 2 fucking losses.
Yeah, we got part of that for it.
We were on that blowout loser. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But that's all right. I mean, anybody that says they don't lose, make sure that you look them in the face when they tell you that. That way you know what they look like when they're lying. Fair enough?
Fair enough. Let's get into a little preview of just a couple of college games this weekend, Steve.
Get your pens out, guys. Listen to the big skipper. Get your fucking pens out. Tell them, Skip. These are games that are worth betting on, games that are worth staying away from, games that we need to recognize, and games that are going to bottom line get the job done. Talk to me, Skip.
The first game we're going to talk about is number 24, Michigan, heading into Wisconsin over there at Camp Randall to take on the number 5 team, Wisconsin. At home, this line was -7.5. It's now 7, Steve. A little bit of money coming in on Wisconsin. On Michigan. However, the total in this game was at 40, and now it's down to 38.5. That's about as low as you're ever going to see a college football total. 38.5 on this game, people. Came out at 40. So some heavy money been coming in on the dog and the under in this game. The Michigan Wolverines lead the all-time series with the Badgers by a lopsided margin. They played each other 63 times, Steve.
Yeah,
63 times.
49-14 in their favor. But
that's an amazing number.
yes, it is.
Michigan is 49-14 against the Badgers, straight up in the 63 times they played each other.
Yes, it is. But
Wow.
Wisconsin is trying to chip away, winning 4 of the last 7 meetings outright, and going 8-1-1 against the spread. Write that down, guys.
Timeout.
Like I said, let me rewind. Michigan is in favor 49-14 out of the last, how many times they played?
63 times straight up.
But Wisconsin is trying to chip away, winning 4 of the last 7 games meetings outright and going 8-1-1 against the spread in the last 10 meetings.
Wow.
So even though Michigan has pounded them over the last 60 games,
Wisconsin's
owned them in the last 8.
Wisconsin is
Last 10 games.
Against the spread, the last 10 games, Wisconsin has covered 8 of them.
That is
wow.
correct. So these are trends and sets that you just can't avoid not to look away from.
You got to know that, people.
Wisconsin shoot to stay undefeated when it's host Michigan Saturday afternoon at Camp Randall, Michigan, my friend. Total has gone over. Write this down, ladies and gentlemen. The total has gone over in 4 of Michigan's last 5 games against Wisconsin.
Okay, there you go.
It has went over 4 out of the last 5 games the last 2 teams meet. So Wisconsin and the over is what's usually been happening here in the last 5-6 games, Skip.
This is a heavy trend to the Badgers and the over. Heavy lean to the Badgers and the over. Now, that's how it looks on paper. That doesn't necessarily mean that we're telling you to bet that.
And it's not
on
the
paper,
game that I'm betting either.
On paper, it looks like Badgers and the over. Wisconsin is 7-0 straight up, 6-0-1 against the spread in the month of November, the last 7 games in the month of November. They haven't lost a game the last 2 years in the month of November, and they've covered 6 out of 7 of them in the month of November. So just heavy, heavy leans to Wisconsin and the over. However, the money's been coming in on Michigan and the under. So inquiring minds want to know, like you always say.
You want to know, yeah. Here's the deal. everybody, is on Miami, as well as they should be. So it's a game that I feel that we need to talk about. You got Virginia at Miami, -19, 50.5 spread. This is one of those trap lines, Skip, with the -19 with the 50 spread where you don't get the side and the total. You follow me? Miami opened up as a 17-point favorite, obviously moved up 2 points. Total has gone over of Virginia's last 5 games on the road against Miami. Guess what? Virginia's on the road. Do I need to rewind that for these people real quick, Skip?
Well,
when Virginia's on the road against Miami, the last 5 games that they've played, the total has gone over in 4 out of 5 of them.
Correct.
The visiting team is 5-1 against the spread in its last 6 games in this matchup. So, like I said,
wow.
That's
so when these two teams play each other, the last 5 times, 4 of them have gone over. And when these teams play each other, the last 6 times the road team is covered.
Yeah, so the underdog and the over.
On paper, it's looking like the underdog and the over. However, be careful, because Miami is 10-0 straight up. 10-0 straight up and 7-3 against the spread the last 10 games against their conference.
I got to give Miami, like I said, a round of applause. They're 10-0, 7-3 against the spread. It's hard to say anything bad about that team. For some reason, I don't get all excited when I watch them, but I haven't given them the respect that they earn. You guys are a kick-ass team. Continue to do what you're fucking doing.
It's the year of the hurricane.
It is, but it also, like I said, looks like the underdog and the over in that matchup. Be real fucking careful on that side, is all I can say.
Well, Miami opened up 17-point favorite. I saw that line 20 some places. Shot up to 20, came back down to 19.
Are they that good?
Everybody saw what they did to Notre Dame last week, so all the early money came flying in on Miami. They bumped it up from 17 up to 20, and now it's corrected itself a little bit. It's come down to 19. Be careful because the road team is 5-1 against the spread in this series the last 6 times.
Who do you think got pounded harder last week? The chicken cutlets at Ferraro's, the prostitutes with the rodeo, or Notre Dame? That's the poll question I want to ask you guys out there. Who do you think got pounded harder this weekend? The call girls with the rodeo being in town, the chicken cutlets over at Ferraro's, or Notre Dame? You be the, what's your call?
My vote is the hookers at the rodeo.
Hands down, without any shadow of a doubt.
I mean, shout
out to you girls. Probably just getting the ice packs off now, getting back into commission. Took a lot of bull dick down over the last couple of weeks. I know it took you a week. See, they make twice the money. They actually make 4 times the money during the rodeo, but they got to take a week off to recoup.
When the Cowboys come into town, the girls know they're going to have to ride the pony.
Yeah, and they're going to have to sit on ice for a week. They're going to have to ice that thing down.
They're definitely going to be doing some pony riding, some bull riding.
I'd have to say Notre Dame got pounded just as hard.
It's a close call.
I bet you the poll question, more come in for Notre Dame.
It's a close call. Notre Dame did get pounded. However, I'm going to go with the girls. The hookers at the week of the rodeo have definitely gotten pounded harder. Be careful, girls, because the other rodeo's coming up here in about...
Be careful.
The other rodeo's coming here in about 2 weeks.
That's right. Keep it together.
That was the PBR that was just here, if I'm not mistaken, if I got it right.
It's all in the stretch. You got to put that thing back.
That was the PBR that was just here. The NFR's coming, the National Finals Rodeo, and that's even bigger, no pun intended.
It's bigger, but PBR's pro bull. That bull, there's nothing bigger than that bull cock.
Yeah, the bull dick.
Yeah, there's the bullshit's hitting the floor.
However, those NFR guys,
they like to fuck frequently, and a lot of them.
There's a lot more people that come to town for the NFR than the PBR.
Oh, that's right.
I mean, the PBR has the bull dick. I'll give you that. The NFR, on the other hand, and I'm not. I'm not speaking from experience. We might have to get one of the hookers in here to talk about it next week.
Well, what I'm going to do, Skip.
That would be a great segment.
Listen, I don't want to talk about it or throw us off segment right now because we got a lot of work to do. Let's get into the next game that we were talking about, UCLA at number 11, USC. This is a game everybody's looking forward to. This was a game that the atmosphere is fantastic, the school pride, the marching band. These are fun.
It's the Battle of Southern California,
man. It's a West Coast fucking Southern Cal.
It's the Battle of L.A., period.
Well, not too long ago, the UCLA Bruins beat USC Trojans 3 times in a row. But Southern Cal has won the last 2 meetings convincingly and covered the spread in both games.
Right.
So USC came back and has literally pounded UCLA the last 2 years and covered the spread easily. What do you think about this game, Big Skip?
Well, there's a lot of things I could say, but let's talk about the total in this game for a second.
Okay.
The total has gone under in 9 of UCLA's last 11 games against USC.
Say that again.
So this series between USC and UCLA, the last 11 games they've gotten together, this big LA rivalry, 9 out of 11 of them under. That's what I got to say.
Well, there's a lot more than that. In the annual battle for the Victory Bell, USC takes on UCLA, like I said, Saturday night at the Coliseum. You say about the total. UCLA is what? 2-8 against the spread in the last 10 games on the road.
Wow.
So UCLA doesn't cover on the road. That's not a secret at all. USC is pounding them the last couple weeks. However, when you take in a 16-point spread and a 71.5 total, this game's a little lopsided as far as that is concerned. I can tell you that right now.
In this series, 9 out of 11 times the game has gone under. The last 11 times they've met, Steve, 9 of them have been under. Also, USC is 8-2 against the spread when they're at home against UCLA the last 10 times. So the last 10 times they've played this rivalry at home, USC, they've covered 8 of them.
On the other side of the token, UCLA is 2-8 in its last 10 games on the road against USC. USC is 2-5 against the spread, by the way, and its last 7 games coming off a win.
Right. I'm gonna stick with the trend in that series, and that trend leads towards the under, heavy trend towards the under, and a heavy trend towards USC Trojans.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got to talk about hockey. You guys have been asking for a hockey segment. We're going to give it to you, even though we're going over our allotted time. We love you, and we want you to be on the right page. Skip said it before. Skip, I got to correct you. You said we're 7-1 in hockey. We're actually 8-1-1. If you want to know that.
The last 8 totals in hockey, we've
won.
Totals? Yeah.
Total 7-1. No doubt about it.
The last 8 totals in hockey, we've won 7 of them.
I thought you were talking about the personal play. So with puck
7-1 on the over-unders in hockey.
Let's get into a little hockey, what's brought to you by our boys over there at True Car. When you're looking to buy a new or used vehicle, you can easily find the car you want. Be confident you're getting a fair price using True Car. Find out what other people in your area paid for the exact same car you want. Get real pricing on the actual inventory. The competitive tool is offered exclusively from a True Car certified dealer, and its pricing you'll see before going to the dealership. As a True Car customer, you're more likely to enjoy a faster buying process from the carefully curated network of certified dealers committed to the transparency and offering you the best possible price. With more than 3 million cars sold at over 13,000 dealerships nationwide, True Car helps you earn an average savings of more than $3,000 off the MSRP. So if you want to feel empowered and confident with your car buying experience, visit True Car today. Some restrictions may apply. Fair enough?
Fair enough. Nobody likes a restriction.
No, fuck no. You put my mom used to put me on restriction. I would rebel like a motherfucker. Like I said.
She put you on timeout, homie?
No, not timeout. She put me in my room in restriction, and I would be mad as a motherfucker. It'd make me want to jump out the window.
Speaking of hockey, let's talk about the high scoring there's been in hockey, Steve.
As it stands, Skipper, this year in the National Hockey League, including our boys over there at the Las Vegas Knights, no one had any idea they'd be scoring the way them motherfuckers
Wow, they've
scored.
been helping the cause.
As it stands, the NHL is experiencing the highest scoring season the league has ever seen, my friend.
Right.
Since the crackdown on obstruction coming out of the 2004-5 lockdown. So since 2004, when they changed the rules, it's been the highest scoring season in the National Hockey League. What do you say about that?
Well, there's a couple reasons for this. They seem to be calling more penalties, Steve. Now, just like in baseball, it was the highest scoring baseball season ever. And rumor has it they tightened up the balls.
Rumor has it they didn't do that much testing that year.
Yeah, you know,
baseball.
everybody wants to check their balls, tighten up your balls, right? Brady checks his balls. We might as well check our balls.
Check them.
The rumor has it in baseball that they tightened up the balls and the stitches, and the balls were flying out of the park. It was the highest scoring baseball season ever. Well, now it's rolling over into hockey. Okay?
They tighten up the puck?
That's what I'm wondering. What'd they do to the puck? Okay? Bottom line is, if you want to get fans excited about a sport that you might think doesn't score a lot, nobody wants to go see a 1-0 hockey game and sit there for 3 hours. Nobody wants to go watch a 3.5-hour baseball game that's 2-0. People want to see runs. They want to see home runs.
I can barely sit through
and if you go to a hockey game, you want to see 5-4. You want to see action. Okay? So guess what? All of a sudden, there's more scoring going on in hockey this year. Why? because there's more penalties. If you want more scoring, how are we going to create more scoring? Let's start calling more penalties. That way, you have a lot more short-handed play. Therefore, it leads to more goals.
So, the only thing
That's how I see it.
that's exactly how you
It's
see
not
it.
a coincidence that penalties are up and scoring's up.
Yeah, so like I said, they're doing that for little TV rankings. So like I said, when you guys are out there betting your hard-earned money, you better factor in everything that's going on in hockey based on the decision you make. Because like I said, they're having people score for a reason. Like Skip said, guys like me who aren't from hockey cities, who weren't born playing hockey. I'm not from Canada. I don't love hockey. From liking the game. Like when I've been to 3 games, I was bored as fuck. I ended up getting super drunk and leaving. I'm born and raised in Vegas. I'm not used to sitting 3.5 hours on some boring shit. Now, the game when they scored a bunch, I was excited, got more drunk, and I was able to sit through the game.
Right. Well, we just got done telling you, I've told you 3 times this podcast, we're 7-1 our last 8 hockey totals. Now we're telling you that there's been more scoring than ever. These totals on hockey are all 5.5 and 6 now. You never saw a 6 in hockey, hardly ever. Now you see it every night. Half the board, the total is 6 because the scoring is up. It's not a coincidence that we're 7-1 on our hockey totals the last 8. You don't think we're on to this? You don't think we know that there's been more penalties? You don't think we know that there's been more scoring? It's not a coincidence with 7-1 on our totals in hockey the last 8 plays. Come on, guys, wake up.
And as far as the NBA, we would like to go into a nice segment, but right now we really, excuse my language, don't give a fuck about NBA on the sports betting end of it. You know why? Because sports betting in the NBA are guys that fuck too much, they smoke too much fucking weed, they party too fucking much, and you never know what the fuck is going to happen. There's way too much money in college football, way too much money in NFL, and way too much money in college basketball. So I'm not going to waste my time right now because I'm not betting a lot of NBA. A lot of my personal plays aren't in NBA. Bottom fucking line. At the end of the day, Skip, anything else you would like to say?
Yeah, I mean, now's the time to tell them about what's going on for the turkey promotion.
As you know, Thanksgiving is next week, and everybody needs to eat. Everybody's looking for a feast.
Absolutely.
And like I said, it's the best time of the year. The last thing you want to be is sitting on that couch drunk because you lost all your money betting. It needs to be just the opposite. You're 3-0. You got a lot of money. You're eating good, and I'll get to that in a second. But Skip has something special. Last week, I did something I haven't done since we released Show Money Talks 3 years ago.
We've never done
I've never given out my personal plays for $250 for last week, and I never will again. But I showed America how it feels to hit 75%. For you guys out there that signed up for my plays, I would tell you to have my back and go make a comment. But if you do that, all you're going to get is stocked from these guys that want your business. So the last thing I want to do is put my clients out on the fucking
You don't put
internet.
your clients on blast so they get trolled.
Especially when the guys are trolling for them anyway.
Right.
But everybody's got my back. Congratulations to everyone that took advantage of the promotion. We all made a lot of money. 80% upgraded. 20% were full of shit. Skip's going to run a promotion for you guys for Thanksgiving so you can eat, and then I'll wrap up the show.
It's Thanksgiving week, folks. Like he said, you don't want to be that uncle on the sofa that is 0-6 and owes their bookie $7,000 because you're going to choke on your turkey. You're not going to be able to get the stuffing down your throat. You're going to be sick to your stomach, and you're just going to be hanging out like you don't want to be there because you know you owe your bookie. Don't be that guy. I'm running a Thanksgiving promotion. It starts this Friday. It runs through Thanksgiving Friday, Black Friday. It's an 8-day promotion. Be the guy that is collecting from his bookie this Thanksgiving. I'm going to run a 3-sport promotion. A triple header. A triple threat.
Yeah, baby!
A triple threat. College basketball. College and pro football. Hockey. All 3 sports for 8 days. From this Friday till Black Friday, straight through Thanksgiving. $299.
Triple threat, baby!
Triple threat. That's $100 per sport. $299 gets you the hockey, the college and pro basketball, and the college and pro football.
Skip, if I'm a $500 player, how much do I make during that promotion?
Easily $3,000 to $4,000. I'll make you 6 to 7 units minimum.
Love it.
Minimum.
Love it.
Triple threat, Friday to Friday, Thanksgiving promotion, $299. That's $100 per sport. Call now, 220-6540. Don't be that drunk guy on the sofa this Thanksgiving.
God damn, dude. Those were two that last week was a promotion. That was a fantastic promotion.
I'm giving it
You're
away.
telling me you're going to make a $500 better, $2,000-$3,000?
I'm giving it away.
For $299?
$299.
What else do you guys want?
$299. You got to be out of your mind.
He's in a good mood, ladies and gentlemen, and it's Thanksgiving time. And you know what? I love to always motivate people at the end of the podcast because that's what I love to do, and this is what I'm going to tell you guys to do right now. If you're a dad, be a good dad. If you're a mom, be a good mom. This is the time of the year to be with your family. It's the time of year to care. It's the time of year to eat real good. And like I said, bond with your family. Because at the end of the day, if you don't have family, you don't have shit. Skip and I grind hard all day long, make money. Like I said, I turn gray for your payday. But days like Thanksgiving are a days for giving. If there's somebody around you that's not doing so good and you're in a good position, lift them up. Bring them to your house for a little meal or throw them a couple dollars. Be in the spirit, man. And like I said, it's a time of the year to be nice, even if you're a dick like myself. Even if you're mean all fucking year long. It's the time of the year just to be nice, people, uplift people's spirits. Like I said, if somebody's negative around you, be positive back in return. Because like I said, this time to have family, to have love and winning games and to be watching sports can really be the best time of the year, period. So, you know, the thought of Thanksgiving makes me very, very excited. My kids get off a week of school. Skip, I know you got some shit planned out.
It makes me hungry.
You just ran a turkey promotion that's going to make people eat better than they've ate before in their entire life.
Damn
and
right.
like I said, I will make you money. My personal place took people 75 to 100% last week. Skip's going to make you money so you can go take care of your Thanksgiving, fly your family members in and out. The bill will be on you. You'll be able to pay the tab. Sign up for this service, and your brother, fly him into town. Your sister, fly her into fucking town. Fly your family, tell them it's on you. Thanksgiving is at your house. We're going to take you from crawling to fucking balling. We're going to take you from fathom to feast because you're a goddamn beast. I'm the #1 documented individual in the world. I will make your pockets fatter than any fucking pig or rhinoceros you've ever seen in your motherfucking life. But on the other side of the token, Thanksgiving is a day to be warm, to be thankful, to be blessed, to be alive. Because even though some of you might not be in a position you want to be, but you're healthy, you're alive. And if you are sick or you have cancer, like a lot of people do and how my dad passed away, stay positive. Like I said, everything is for a good reason. Stay mental, stay in good vibes because we love you and we support you. And like I said, God has got a plan for everybody. And at the end of the day, our plan here at VIP Sports is to be the best we can be, to make as much money possible for you and for us. It's a $1 trillion industry, and we deserve our fair shares. On the behalf of VIP Sports, myself, and everyone that signed up last week, and everybody that's about to sign up for that promotion, let's go get this motherfucking money and eat this food and have one of the best Thanksgivings we've ever had. I'll see you next Thursday or Friday. I don't know. We won't be doing a podcast on Thanksgiving. I don't know if we're going to come early or we're going to come late. But the bottom line is, don't let the players be the only ones to get paid. We love you, and remember, love everybody. I'll see you.
Happy Thanksgiving.
It's Steve Stevens, I bust your bookie head open. Split it to the white meat, I ain't joking. Me and Dirt Bomb in the ghost float. Straight OG like that kush I be smoking. It's way too potent for rookies to come hit it. A little white girl around, I might sniff it. Poppin' bub in the club, so twisted. My pops keeps telling me to go get it. So I'm at the sports book, betting big on the Clippers. I'm talking about 5 figures, I need a few shots of liquor. Might need another zipper if the bomb play me. Fuck around and put $500,000 on Tom Brady. When it comes to betting